require you to use a calculator. You will not be allowed to have a calculator in that class. So I'm going to take you through on how you'll be able to answer those questions word by word. Now, look at, like, for instance, the first question. We have identified that you are supposed to simplify. You are supposed to simplify in this question. How do you even simplify a question like this? Let me just take you through straightforward so that you can be able to see exactly what you are supposed to do at that point. And if you are new to ProfLearn YouTube channel, consider subscribing so that anytime I'm going to upload another tutorial, you'll be notified, guys. Now, what's that now disturbing us here? What's this? I want to disrupt our lesson. Now, if you are given a non-calculator paper, you are told simplify this. You are going to put the like terms together. 7c, because this is plus 7c plus c is going to give us 8c, and then minus 5d plus 3d. You are going to, because you are having a larger negative number, you are going to subtract normally, but the answer will be negative, and then you'll do it. Once you do that, you're gonna get your mark like that. If you are told to simplify, you're gonna put the like terms together there. The next question we are given here for non-calculator is questions whereby you are supposed to solve angles. Remember, here we're given 158. What is 180 minus 158? That is going to be what? 180. You are going to subtract 158. If you have that, you borrow 1, and this becomes 10. 10 minus 8, 2. Here is 7, then you have 22. So this angle at this point here is 22. Then this angle on this one side here will be 22, because those are vertically opposite angles. Now, since these are parallel lines, then it means if this is 22, this angle here is also 22. So meaning that W will be 180 minus 22, which is going to be what? 158. So W is 158. Next we 26, and this is 22 point. These three angles are going to form a triangle. Then we can say, therefore, 76 plus 22, that is going to translate to 898. So 180 minus 98, that is going to be 2. Then that is going to be, if we borrow 117, that is going to be 82 degrees. So this angle is 82 degrees. If that is 82, what will be this angle Y? They are vertically opposite. So that is going to be 82 as well. Yeah. What about Y? Y is going to be 82. Okay. Just removing this from here. Y is the one that is 82. We are finding X. So if this is 82, what will be this angle? So it means that this angle plus this angle is going to give us 82 plus 22, that is going to give us 104. Then since this also form a triangle, we can say 180 minus 104. If we subtract, that is going to be 676. So this is 76 degrees. So X is 76 degrees. So anytime you are going to be asked question to do with angles, you'll accept that you need to understand that angles in a straight line add up to 180. Angles in a triangle add up to also 180. You need to understand vertically opposite angles. Yeah, you need to understand corresponding angles and alternating angles. So that's exactly what you are supposed to do when you are given a question like that. Non-calculator paper. Let's see the next question. In this next question here, You can be also be given question to do with simple interest, and you need to understand that simple interest is equals to the principal times the rate of 100 times the time for that amount is going to be invested. So Sari invests $1,500, 3% per year, simple interest. Work out her total value of the investment. So first we need to work out interest in that case, and that is going to be the principal amount is the amount that is invested. So that's going to be 1,500 times the rate of earning interest is 3/100, then times how many years? 6 years. Then you can see here 0 0 will cancel with 0 0. Then we end up having 15 times 3, that becomes 45. But what's 45 times 6? If you work it out, let's work it somewhere here. 45 times 6. 6 times 5 will give you what, guys? 30. 0 carry what? 3. 6 times 4 will give you 24 plus 3, 27. So the answer becomes what? 270. That is interest. But the question was asking us to work out the total value of our investment. So total value, total is going to be the principal plus the interest that was earned. So how do you go about that? The principal is 1,500 plus 270. So if you add this, do you want me to teach you how to add 1,500 plus 270? If you add this 0 0 plus 7 7, then this is going to be 7, and this is going to be 1. 1770 is the amount that will be in the bank of Sally after a period, after the period of what? After a period of 6 years. In 6 years time, that will be the amount that will be in the bank, 1770. And if you are new to ProfLearn, like, subscribe. Working out fractions is also another area that will be tested when you are talking about non-calculator paper. Do you know how to work out fractions? They will be testing you whether you know how to multiply fractions, you know how to subtract fractions. Let's start board mass. We shall start with multiplication. We shall start with multiplication here. So first, we are going to check what is 2 over 3 times 3 over 8. If you multiply this, you can see that 3 and 3 will commit suicide. Then we are going to have 2 over 8. Then 2 can divide this. 2 can go to 8 how many times? 4 times. So this is going to simplify finally to 1 over 4. You'll have 1 over 4 at that point, guys. 1 over 4. Then we are having 5 over 6. So we are going to say, how are we going to go about this? This is 5 over 6 minus 1 over 4. You can see we need LCM. LCM of 6 and 4 is going to be 12. Which number do you need to multiply there to get 12? You need to multiply this by what? 2. Also, you need to multiply this by 2 to get 12. So if you multiply by 2 on the denominator, also the numerator you need to multiply by 2. Yes? Also here we need to multiply by 3, multiply by 3. So we end up having here 10 minus 3, because the denominator they are the same. So we have 10 minus 3, and that is going to be 7 over 12. So if you are working out question to do with fractions, that's exactly what we are going to get as 7 over 12 as our final answer. So those are non-calculator questions. let's look at polygons. If you are asked a question on polygons, then you need to remember the interior angle of a regular polygon is 150. Find the number of sides of the polygon. What do you need to remember here? Number of sides of a polygon is equals to 360 divided by the exterior angle. So if you have the interior angle, then it means like it's like the polygon is like that, huh? Isn't it? That's how the polygon is. So one of the angle, the interior angle is 150 degrees. What will be the exterior angle here? What will be this exterior angle? If the interior angle is 150, what will be the exterior angle? You can see here we're having a straight line. So meaning 150 plus this angle must give you 180, because exterior and the interior angle forms 180. So this is going to be 30 degrees. So if you want to find the number of sides, then it means that is going to be 360. You divide by 30. Then you can see 0 and 0 commit suicide. 3 ones, 3 goes what? 1, 2, 3, then goes 2. So we have what? 12 sides. 12 sides. Then write in the comment section, what's the name of a polygon that has 12 sides? What's the name of that polygon that has 12 sides? Another question that you can be asked when it comes to non-calculator paper is question whereby you are supposed to find the solution simultaneously, solving simultaneously. But before solving this simultaneously, we are given here on the grid, draw this. You are going to draw a graph of a straight line on a graph, plotting. So let's see, how do you plot? So the first thing you are going to do when you are asked to draw a straight line on a graph, guys, is to come up with a table of values for that particular line that you are being told. At least 2 points, you are good to go. So here you are told that y is equals to 2x plus 1. That's the equation that we're going to plot. Y is equals to 2x plus 1. Then we can say this point is x and this point is y. So once you have that, we are going now to start thinking, and you need to use very easy numbers which can enable you really get this straight. If you start imagining, if x is 0, what will be the value of y? If x is 0, it will be 2 times 0, it will be 0 plus 1. If x is 0, y is going to be what? Y is going to be 2 times 0, 0 plus 1, we are going to get 1 here. Then also, if we are going to take, x to be 2, let's see, if we take x is 2, here it will be 2 times 2, 4 plus 1, y is going to be what? Y is going to be 5. Now, once you have those 2 points, the next thing is to plot those points on a graph. 0, you go on the x-axis. This is the x-axis. 0. Then you go on the y-axis 1. You move up to 1. So that's the point. That's the point. When x is 2, y is 5. So you move to x-axis 2. You move up where you find 5. You move up. 5 will be here. Then now we can comfortably draw the straight line that's passing through that point, and this straight line is going to represent the equation of y is equals to 2x plus 1. Non-calculator question. Now the question is find the solution. Use your graph to solve this simultaneously, and to do that you are going to check where the 2 lines are going to intersect. Where are the lines meeting? What are the coordinates, the points where they are meeting? You are going to take, you are going to identify this the point of intersection of the 2 lines. Then you are going to read down here, this is the value of x is 2. X is 2. Then also you read on the left, that point is 5. So y is 5. And then you are done. That's exactly what you're going to do when it comes to non-calculator. The next area that you are going to be asked, or the next area that you are going to be tested, is the concept of expressing, how to express recurring decimals into fractions. Now we are having 0.26. 6 is having the top head, it's having a heart. So meaning 6 is the one that is recurring. So meaning that this number that we are having here can be written as 0.266666. 6 is the one that is what? Recurring. All right. So how are you going to approach this question for you to earn your marks for that part? How do you approach it? Tell me what you are going to do to get this. We are going to say, let x be equals to 0.26. I'm writing it to 2 decimal places. Then the next number, if I say let x be 0.26, I'm going to increase this now. I say, what about 10x will be what? 10x will be this number that you are having here times 10. We write it in 2 decimal places also. That's going to be 0.266 times 10. The decimal will move 1 step. So we end up having 2.66. Then I look at these numbers that I'm having at this point. If I subtract them, I'm not going to have a 0 after the decimal point, because you're having 0.26, 2.66. If I subtract these 2 numbers, I'm not going to get a 0. So I'll have to continue. Now I find 100x is going to be what? So meaning I'm going to move the decimal 2 steps. 1, 2. So I can write this as 26.66, because now after the decimals become here, I can write this 266 like that. So I can see if I take this number and this number, I subtract them, I can have a 0 after the decimal, because after the decimal I have 6, after the decimal I have 6, isn't it? So I can now say 100x is equals to 26.66, but 10x is equals to 2.66. Then what I'm going to do here is to subtract the 2 equations, and then if I subtract, I'm going to get 90x is equals to 24, because 66, if you subtract 0, 0, 6 minus 2, 24. Then we can therefore say we have 90x is equals to 24. Divide by 90, divide by 90. 90 and 90 will cancel out, which implies that our x is going to be equals to 24 over 90. If you divide, which number can divide here? 3 can go to 24, 3 can go to this one. So 3 will go to 24 8 times, 3 will go to 90 30 times. 2 can divide these 2 numbers, so 2 will go here 4 times, 2 will go here 15 times. So you can see the fraction of this is going to be 4 over 15. That is exactly what you are going to get as the fraction expression of this particular recurring decimal. And you can see we have not used a calculator anywhere. The next question that you can be asked for non-calculator paper is the question to do it vectors, position vectors. Now you are supposed to find 2m minus n, but what's m? 11, 5. So we can write this expression here as 2 into bracket 11, 5 minus n, but n is 8 minus 3, like that. But I can simplify this further before working it out, because this is a scalar multiplier. It's going to be multiplied to this number that is inside here, is going to be multiplied to this number that is here. So we end up having 22, then 10 minus 8, negative 3. So 22 minus 8 is going to be what? 22 minus 8 is going to be what? Write in the comment section. What is 22 minus 8? That is going to translate to 14. 10 minus negative 3. So this is 10 minus minus. That is going to be plus. Then that's going to be 13. And the final answer translates to, you are going to say the final answer for this is going to be 14. Then this becomes 13. When you are doing non-calculator, expect to see all to do questions like that. Now vectors, a vector has a magnet, as a position vector like that. You are supposed to find the value of y. And then remember, if you are having x, y, and if you are finding the magnitude, that's magnitude. Magnitude is going to be square root of x squared plus y squared. That's what you do for you to find the magnitude. So in this case, we are going to say 5 squared plus root y squared. Then we find the square root must be equal to the magnitude, but the magnitude is 7 now. Then now that means 5 squared is 25 plus, this is y, because square root of y squared will be y. Square root of that is going to be 7. If you square both sides, if we square to remove the square root, we are going to have 25 plus y is equals to 49. So if we want to find y, it will be y is equals to 49 minus 25. So if you subtract this, what is 49 minus 25? If you subtract that, you are going to get 4 and you are going to get 2. So that is going to be 24. And 24 now becomes the answer for that value of y at that given point that we are given here. Moving to an area whereby we are talking of maybe statistics. You are asked to do questions with statistics. Yeah, you are supposed to find the mean. Yeah, so we have test marks, frequency, then we shall have marks, then we have the mark. Yeah, we have the mark, and I'm going to call this x, and then I'll have the frequency at that point. Then I'll have another column for fx there, which will mean that once I've identified I have all my columns, we have 4, we have 5 test mark, we have 8. Then on this other column, I have 2, I have 4, I have n, right? So the next thing I'm going to do, I'll multiply f frequency times the value of x. 2 times 4, 8. 4 times 5, 20. N times 8, 8n. If I add everything here, that becomes what? Summation of fx. So if you add everything here, that is called summation of fx. This plus this is going to be 28. Plus 8n will be 28 plus 8n. What's the total frequency? This, if you add everything here, that is going to be given a name, summation of f. That's going to be 2 plus 4, 6 plus n. It will be 6 plus n. But we know mean is going to be summation of fx over summation of f. Meaning you take this value that here we have gotten 6 plus n. Here we have gotten 28 plus 8n. So if you take that value here, which is 28 plus 8n over 6 plus n, is equals to the mean. And you were given the mean is 6. So you cross multiply this, multiply on the other end. You are going to have what? We are going to have 28 plus 8n is equals to 6 into 6n, 6 plus n rather. 6 plus n, isn't it? So, to be 28 plus 8n is equals to 36 plus 6n. Now, we put the like terms together. Like terms together. Let's check. Everything fine. 8n, then 36. Okay. And then this is going to be 8n. Yeah, let's check if everything is fine at that given point. We have to be sure that our arithmetics are always what? Correct. We have to ensure that the arithmetics are always correct. So, which means we are going to have that is 6 plus n, which is okay. And then we are going to have also 28 plus n, that is okay. Then what are we going to have here? This multiply there, 36. So I'm going to have, let me simplify this, 28 moving on the other side, and 8n, this 8n will remain where it is. I'll take 6n on the other side, so I don't know whether you can be able to follow through. Minus 6n is equals to 36 minus 28. So 2n is equals to, if I subtract this guy, I'm having 36. Don't make a mistake when you are subtracting. This will be 8, right? Yeah. So we shall have 8 at that point. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. N is going to be 4. N is going to be 4 at that given point. So these are questions to do it non-calculator paper. How do you work them out? So the next setup, the next part of this tutorial, we are going to see how do you work out non-calculator paper questions like this. See you in the next tutorial.